So let's get straight to the question of the day, which is, are we moving closer to another round of stimulus checks? Well, let me be very, very blunt with you. I think I've been blunt before, but I wanted to talk about this today because I want to be very, 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 very blunt so there's no confusion. Okay, because yes, I did talk about in the previous podcast that we are starting to see conversation around stimulus kind of be revived. But hear me out. Let me make this very, very clear. The closer we get to the election without there being a deal, the likelihood of us reaching a stimulus deal decreases. That is the main thing you need to know. Literally, tomorrow morning, when you wake up and you see that there is no deal, I'm telling you there will not be a deal. We have less of a chance tomorrow than we do today of there actually being a deal regarding stimulus. Another thing to consider, the better Wall Street does, the likelihood of a deal decreases. That's particularly important because I talked about, I think in the last episode, I talked about on Monday, someday this week, I talked about what happened with the stock market and kind of what we saw that day, but there has been a rebound. But we are not going to make this about the stock market, right? But the better Wall Street does, the better the stock market does, the less likely, especially over a longer period of time, the less likely you are to actually see a stimulus check appear in your mailbox or in your bank account. I need you to know something. No matter what the reason, whether it's the elections or Wall Street or jobs reports, because you will always have something be brought up as the reason that we are not seeing a stimulus package passed. When people do not want to send a stimulus check, when they don't want to stimulate the economy, there is always going to be a reason for them to say that they don't need to stimulate the economy. Even if evidence shows that passing a stimulus package could make our recovery quicker, point of it is, if they don't want to do it, they will find some reason. I demonstrated with Mitch McConnell earlier. At first it was pause. Then it became numbers. There will always be a reason if people don't want to stimulate the economy. Doesn't matter if it can make it better. But here's the deal. If there is a deal, I also want to make this clear. If we somehow get a package, okay, it is very likely that package will include another round of second stimulus checks. You will get a second $1,200 stimulus check, okay? That's probably the only thing that you can count on if it passes. Can't count on those unemployments, can't count on any of that, but you can probably, and most likely, it is very probable that you can count on that. But don't count on it being probable tomorrow, the day after, the day after, the day after. As we move closer to the election, don't count on it being probable that we'll see a package pass before the election. That is what I want you to take away from this.